While working with any kind of data, we should know what is that data. It helps us in writing corrective operations on that type of data. TypeScript understands different types of values, therefore it offers type system that checks the validity of the supplied values before they are stored or manipulated by the program. This ensures that the code behaves as expected. The TypeScript type system also provides richer code hinting and automated code hinting. Let's discuss how to declare typed variables. Over here I have got a TypeScript file. We used to use where keyword in JavaScript to declare the variables and then variable name followed by the value itself. In TypeScript I am going to use let keyword to declare the value. Rest of the syntax remains same. If you will take your mouse over on the variable, it says that it is of number type. If I do not assign it any value and move my mouse over on the variable, it says that it is of any type. When we do not assign any type to the variable, TypeScript assigns it a any type, which is the super type of all the data types. Now if I try to assign value in next line, let's suppose it is a number, it is accepted. And if I try to assign it string, it is still accepted because this particular variable can accept any kind of value. Let's assign this particular variable a particular type. Let's suppose I want to assign it a number type. So what I will do is let then the variable name colon variable type and then equals to sign followed by the value. What we have done is we have declared the variable num which has type number and it contains 10. If you want to assign hexadecimal value to the variable, what you will do, let's suppose the variable name is hex, type is number and it contains hexadecimal value. So this is the value. If you want to assign binary number to this particular variable, what you will do, again the type will remain binary. Binary numbers are declared with 0b and then the value itself. If you want to declare a variable that contains octal number, what you will do, you will declare a variable of number type and to that variable you will assign octal number. So this is the octal number. In first line we declared decimal number variable and in second line we declared hexadecimal number variable. In this line we have declared binary number variable, right? And over here we have declared octal number variable which is oct. Let's declare a variable which is of Boolean type. So for that the syntax remains same. Let's suppose the variable name is pass and it should be Boolean. It can contain false or it can contain true. So Boolean value can be either true or false. Now let's discuss how to declare strings. In order to declare strings, the syntax again remains same and the type has got changed to string and we can assign values in double quote or single quote. Both are accepted. I'm going to copy this line and in this line I'm going to change syntax to single quote. There is one more way which has been introduced in TypeScript which is called the template string. So let me discuss how to declare template string. I'm going to give it a name template string which is of string type and it can be declared with the help of backtick character. And within those backtick characters we can assign a string value, right? So the benefit of template string is that we can span our code in multiple lines, and the string can be spanned to the multiple lines. The backtick character which we have used is available just below the escape key of your keyboard, which is also called backquote character. So now in this particular string I am going to declare HTML code, which is a very simple code. Within this code I am going to display name and the branch of the user wherein he works. So in first string I'm going to write employee name. I have used it incorrectly. We do not require it basically. Let's remove span. And over here within strong I'm going to use the name itself. Fine, this is good. So in next line I'm going to write down the department. The department will be, let's suppose, admin. So this was the HTML template which we wanted to write within the template string. Now if I try to print it, for that what we need is we will have to first print it also. So I'm going to use console.log, and within that I'm going to write down the template string variable, and let's compile it now. So in order to compile we need to write tsc and then the file name, which is program03. Our program has successfully compiled and it has generated JavaScript file for us. Let's check what it shows us. Again we will have to give it a JavaScript file name in order to execute it, and it has printed the value which we have written over here for template string. Let me tell you the real benefit of template strings. With single or double quote strings, you cannot span your code to multiple lines. Therefore, if you will place your HTML or JavaScript code inside the traditional strings, you won't get the flexibility of reading and editing the code. However, with template strings, you can span them to multiple lines, as well as you can embed expressions within them. I will show you an example to clarify my point. I will declare few variables. Let's suppose the first variable is username. Let's suppose it is employee name, and I'm going to assign it a value like this. And in next line I'm going to declare a variable which contains department, like let's suppose it is admin. Now I will embed these variables within this particular string, right, so that the value which is stored inside that particular variable should be displayed while I'm going to access this particular variable. So what I will do is I will use embedded expressions. So in order to write down embedded expression, I will have to write dollar and then curly braces. Within that I'm going to use the variable which I have declared over here, and in next line I'm going to write down the variable itself rather than hard coding the admin department which I declared, which I wrote in previous example. So over here I'm going to write down the variable name which contains the actual department of the employee. Let's save it again and let's compile this program. So it has compiled without any issues, and let's execute it. Now you can see that we use the embedded expression over here. However, it has returned us the value which was stored inside that variable, and over here it is showing the admin, which is the actual department of this particular employee, and we declare that variable over here. Fine. So this is the benefit of using template string. The first thing is it is going to span through multiple lines, and you can hard code, rather than hard coding the values, you can put your variables inside the template which you are going to make use of in your future programs, and the data which you have pulled from the servers or which you have dynamically generated, you can show that data within your templates. So this is the beauty of using the template string in TypeScript.